laminate piece of plastic and stick it around. So it is at the moment, I would say it is still a niche product, but it has potential to increase.
Okay. And from a if I then kind of pivot a bit onto the financial aspects of here, Oliver. So what are the typical margins that a producer of this sort makes here?
Look, obviously it's a bit hard for me to discuss margins. Discuss margins directly. What I can say though is that it's generally a case that the actual cost of the product is only a fraction of the total cost of the item that it's made. So if you have a label, the material cost of that label that is produced is almost irrelevant compared to the total cost of it. The labor side that goes into machining it, for instance. So as a result, it's reasonably high in margin because the material cost is a low percentage of the total cost of the final product.
Interesting. Okay, so from a end signage point of view, it's the labor cost for the engraving that is more expensive. Does that also change? Sorry, go on.
Labor and total process cost, not just the labor. Because you have to put the sheet in, you manufacture it, take the pieces out, you have to clean them, you pack them up. So all these processes around the actual manufacturing process are more expensive than the material itself.
Understand. And does this also change when you're thinking about direct to substrate printing?
Direct to substrate obviously takes away the need for the material altogether, and you print directly and whatever you want to print it. But this is still reasonably expensive because the inks are expensive and the process is not very stable at the moment. So the processes, except for wide format printing, so the large pieces, this is very process stable, but on the smaller items is not as great yet, and that mainly depends on the ink. But the ink development also, continues to make progress.
So if you kind of look in the next 4 to 5 years, do you see, I guess the whole of the mechanical engraving might go away, but how do you kind of see the split between laser and substrate transport?
I don't believe that the whole mechanical side will go away because there's still quite a large number, and with large number I mean hundreds of thousands of mechanical engravers installed up and running on a global stage. And if you have a mechanical engraver to produce simple labeling in the industry, you would not switch your product or use more expensive laminate product. Why would you? You use the cheaper one until the mechanical engraver dies off and then maybe replace it by a laser. So I don't think it will go away completely, but it will continue to diminish, and more of the market will shift towards lasers. Also, there will be, I would assume, a larger variety of printable materials, and therefore some of the direct to substrate printing activity will also be continually done on this plastic laminates. So this is the second trend, but I would agree that, or I would think that the global market for laminate sheets will not grow forever, but will pivot quite soon.
Okay. And you said global market. Does that mean that the regions will grow differently? Yes,
definitely differently. Because the use of the materials is quite different. So around about 50% of the total global market for plastic laminates is in the US. And the other 50% is spread around the rest of the planet.
And the US is going to flatten. Sorry, go on.
The US, flatten, and it is also, this part of the market is also going along with economic cycles. So if the economic cycle is going backwards or south, then